Hello guys, so it's welcome to the part 3 of the tutorial of creating a WordPress theme from React. Okay, so in previous video we created our WordPress theme from React. Now in this video we're gonna do a bit of customization for the front end. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna create a post feed uh, in our home page, and we're gonna create a header and a footer later on. Okay, so now first things first, make sure that you got your SAMP running, and um and also when you go to your you, your WordPress site, which is in my case for is the local host uh, one, you should see this front end. Now if you don't see this one, because if you are coming after a while from the first video, you might have to run uh, npm start at the beginning uh, to make sure it start running, because now you can do that like by opening the command prompt on this uh, this folder, react src folder, right click and then go to the command prompt, and then you can write npm run start, so it will like start the browser again. Okay, uh, and then then you need to get your VS Code open. So now we got our VS Code open and we are in our app.js file. So this is our normal default app.js. uh, if we just change this bit here and we put something like hello world, which is the very common thing to put, and if you see now, if you refresh it, you will see hello world here, right? So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our post fields in here, right? So if you log into your WP admin, right, so what we're gonna do first, we're gonna create some posts, right? Which I have already created some posts, so I I recommend you to add some new posts. Okay, so here you can add new post by clicking add new, and I'm just going to add one more post, and I'm just going to name this as 4. I'm just going to put some fonts, like some kind of paragraph from lorem ipsum. So if you just click something like this, or maybe without the heading, why it is so hard to do this, I don't know. Right, so copy that bit and just paste. So we got our uh, fourth post, and we click the publish. Okay, right, so it's not clicking on the first time? Right, okay, whatever. So right, so we got our for post ready now, right? So normally how we going to get this post into our REST API? I mean, like, we're going to get through from JSON. If we go to the same domain, right, and then you type wp JSON wp slash v2 slash post, right? What you need to great. Why is that? Because I'm on WP admin, which is not right. Okay, so just 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 do like this. So you're gonna get this reply of the post like a JSON coded one. Okay, now you might not get this if you have your settings permalinks in a now, because I got this one already here, but if you got your one in here, which is normally how it is when you first install WordPress, now see what happened. If you have uh, this plane selected, you won't get this, so you will get like not found. So make sure that you have this selected, right? Then only your REST API is going to work. All right, so now we get these JSON coded reply, which we need to get in and map into our post. So we're going to put this into our home page as a post feed. Okay, so first things first, now we got our post ready. If you need to add more posts, you can add, right? So then we're going to VS Code. Right, so we're going to change this one here now. Okay, so what we need to do first we need to create a file to fetch uh, this endpoint. Okay, so on the source folder, I'm just going to create a file called use fetch js file. Okay, so in this one, first what we're going to do, we're going to if you type RAFCE and then press enter, you'll get your default React file, right? Which is from the arrow function. Okay, right. So in here, what we need to do, we need to fetch the data from the URL. For this purpose, we need to use effect, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to get the data, okay, and we're going to set that data into the fetched ones. Okay, so first we write a constant data and set data, and we're going to set data after that is equal to use state. When you write use state, you just need to click this one, so it's going to import the use state on the top, right? So we're gonna leave this as null, right? Okay, right, and then what we're going to do afterward, we're going to use effect function to load the data. Okay, so use effect we just need to select this one, so it's gonna import that. Okay, use effect, and we're going to have a function here. We're gonna have a asynchronous function. We call this function as load data, right? Have I write things correctly? If you can see. Okay, in the function what we're gonna get the response first. Okay, so we write a constant response is equal to, we're gonna get this await, because we're going to have this asynchronization function here. Fetch, we're going to put the URL, which we need to pass this URL from here, right? So just type there as well. Okay, and once we got the URL, okay, it's gonna give the results. So I mean the response. So if there is no response, what we're gonna do, there's no response. If the response is not okay, then what we're gonna do, um, we're gonna return null. So we're gonna return actually nothing. Okay, or you can like say something in there. Okay, write something in there, like, you know, say, just putting in here like something went wrong, or like something like that. Okay, so I'm just going to give a blank result here. Okay, and then if there is a response, what we need to do, we need to get that response attached to the pose. Okay, so we're gonna create a constant pose, and we're gonna get await response, sorry, response, and we're gonna get that with JSON encoded, right? So we got the pose attached to the response, and we're gonna then set this data for this pose. Okay, we're gonna set data, and we're gonna put the pose, right? So we got our data ready here now. Okay, so we got our data ready here now, and here what we need to do, we need to complete this bit. So now we got this here, but now we need to make sure that this runs actually. Okay, so what we need to do, within this function, we're going to load this function, uh, load data, right? So when it starts with this function, it's going to load the load data function, and it's going to give the response, and it's going to attach to the post, and we're going to set this post to the data. Okay, and make sure that we have here like array URL, right? So right, so what we're going to return afterward is not this bit. We're going to return the data. So just cut that, and we're going to return data. Okay, so we don't need this return here. So it's going to return the data here, right? I think yeah, this should work. So now we need to I'm going to create a file on exactly on the source folder called post, right, js file. Okay, right, in this we're going to write again RAFCE. So we got our default React file. So here what we're gonna do, we're gonna import that use fetch, and we're gonna get the post data and we're gonna map it. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is we need to okay, map it. I mean, first we need to get uh, the post, okay, from uh, this use fetch. To get the use fetch active, we need to send in the URL. Okay, so I'm going to send a URL to that post equals to use fetch. Right, when we click this one, you're gonna import this automatically. We're gonna get use fetch, and we're gonna give the URL, which is the endpoint. Okay, so what is the endpoint? Is this one. Okay, just going to copy this one and paste here. So we got our localhost WP React, okay, WP JSON WP version 2 post. All right, so two like that, and then we're gonna return our our HTML, I mean our code for front end. Okay, in here what we're gonna do, we're gonna get the post if there is post. Okay, post, and if there is post, we're gonna map post. Have I got it right? Map it. How we're gonna map is we're gonna give a singular name post, and we're gonna give a index, right? Right, so then we're gonna return again the code. Okay, I'm going to give a div here, and I'm also going to give the key equals, which is index, right? Right, okay. First, okay, shall we take um, the post? Okay, we'll take the title first. Okay, now we can take like this, like very easily. If we put, we'll give h2, and if we write like a post, sorry, uh, within curly brackets, post, so post, and we're gonna give title rendered. Okay, we're gonna give post title rendered. Okay, so now we got our post being fetched. Now we need to get this into our front end. Okay, in here on our app.js, I'm going to import this post file here. Okay, so if I delete this one and type post, then you're going to select this one. It's going to import that, and I'm going to close this. So now we should see our here we go. So this is the all the titles of the post, right? So this is good, but now in some cases you might see this one with the h2 tag. Okay, so what we do, we to avoid that, we're gonna use um, phrase called dangerously set in a HTML. Okay, so what we're gonna do in the post, uh, we're gonna get this out. Okay, we're gonna type say h2, and we're going to say dangerously set. Here we go, it's gonna come automatically, right? Dangerous set HTML, and we're gonna put our slash HTML semicolon. Okay, then we're gonna type post title rendered. Okay, so and we're gonna end our h2. So we should get the same results, obviously, here, right? So we can see if there's any errors on here. No, yeah, so it's running up and running, right? So bounce, right? So now we got our, so now we can get our post here, right? So if we also put the content on P, right, dangerously set, right, and then we're gonna put HTML semicolon post dot content rendered, right, and close the P. So you should get a bit more things in there now, right? So we got the post and the content here, right? Okay, so it is looking ugly at the minute, so we're gonna do some CSS, and then we're gonna get it right afterward. Okay, uh, so right, okay, so now we would like to have a picture on our post, right? So we need to be able to add a picture to the post, which we need to have the featured image uh, comes up here to add a picture, right? Right, so in next video we're going to talk about how to enable featured image in here, and we're going to get that in our front end here. Okay, until my next video, I'll see you soon. Okay, so I'll see you soon with my next video. Okay, so please please, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and also please do subscribe, which you're gonna get a notification as soon as I put my next videos, right? I'll see you soon then. Thank you. Have a good day.